Mr. Apollo Knight, Director of the NTRC, Chief Executive Officer, St. Vincent and the Grenadines Port Authority, Mr. Carl James, Digital Services Executive from Digicel, Mr. Akil Matthews. Our sponsors in this initiative, students, parents, and guardians, the staff of the NTRC and online viewers. Good afternoon and welcome to the NTRC's 2023 Kingston myApp Summer Program. At this time, I will now welcome one of the students of the program, Ms. Dariel Constance, to give us a word of prayer.
Good afternoon. Bow our heads and close our eyes. Dear Lord, thank you for the opportunity of and that everything we do would be done with kindness and love. And we ask for your blessing as we upon this ceremony as we end this program. Amen.
We will now stand for the national anthem.
Vincent, land so beautiful, with joyful hearts we pledge to thee our loyalty and love and vow to keep you ever free. Whatever future brings, our faith will see us through. May peace reign from shore to shore, and God bless and keep us true. Hyrule, now fair and blessed Isle, your mountains high, so clear and green, are home to me. Though I may stray, a haven calm serene. Whatever future brings, our faith will see us through. May peace reign from shore to shore, and God bless and keep us true. Our little sister islands are those gems, the lovely grenadines upon their seas, and golden sands the sunshine ever beams. Whatever future brings, our faith will see us through. May peace reign from shore to shore, and God bless and
Please be seated. At this time, to give the welcome remarks, I will now welcome the Consumer and Public Relations Manager of the NTRC, Ms. Rhea Lewis.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to give special recognition to the Director of the NTRC, Mr. Apollo Knight, other NTRC staff members present, Ms. Oliver, the Vice Principal of the St. Vincent Grammar School, Mr. Carl James, the CEO of St. Vincent Digicel, Massey Stores Limited, students, parents present, online viewers, and other well-wishers. Welcome to the closing ceremony of the NTRC's myApp summer program. So we would like to welcome you to the final closing ceremony of our 8th annual myApp summer program. Our first program for this year was held in Beckway at the Beckway Anglican Primary School, and that was held from Monday, July the 17th to August the 4th, where we had 16 students enrolled. This program at the St. Vincent Grammar School began on July 31st, 2023, and it ran for 3 weeks, and today it has come to an end. During these past few weeks, 28 students ranging from the ages of 13 years old to 18 years were taught how to code using a pocket-sized computer known as the microbit. Additionally, following last year's curriculum, we have included robotics, where the students were able to construct and then use their coding skills to code commands into the robots. The students who took part in this program came from different schools across St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it was taught by Mr. Timothy Dini Jelizo, who is an educator at the Emmanuel Secondary School, Mespo. He was assisted with our intern, Ms. Jamila Spence. The main objective of this program is to, one, encourage young people to be innovative so that they can create and put into practice ideas to increase the effectiveness of local businesses. 2, encourage young people to explore careers in application development that can advance e-commerce in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And 3, provide participants with the foundational knowledge and skills necessary to create apps that can collect client data, which they can then use to enhance long-term relationships. On behalf of the NTRC, we would also like to express our deepest gratitude to the principal of the St. Vincent Grammar School, Mr. Colin Sam, and other staff members at the school who facilitated the ease of access to the school compound while in use for the duration of the program. Additionally, I want to emphasize how crucial it is to have partners and support for projects like this one. The NTRC has not been working on it alone. In fact, if you looked about the room, you would see various paraphernalia and persons that represent some of our sponsors this year. On that note, I would like to give a hearty thank you to our sponsors, Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Taiwan Embassy, Flow, St. Vincent Port Authority, Digicel, Massey Stores Limited, Sike Graves and Company Limited, Bonady Supermarket, Knight Trading in Beckway, and Open Integration Limited. The smooth and effective operation of this summer program over the last several weeks would not be possible without the shared passion of our sponsors and partners for the advancement of youth in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The NTRC is eternally grateful for your support, and we cannot do this without you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. At this time, I will now welcome the instructor of this program, Mr. Dini Jaloso.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. All right, so I'll ask one member from each of the group to come forward to present their work in what before I give some remarks. Make it fast. What the controls? You don't have them? No? Oh, you're going to demonstrate it? Okay, no problem.
You know, we never give a try.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just place them down on the ground. Yeah. Okay, no problems. All right, so parents and partners alike, what you are seeing in front of you are some, well, just part of the many projects that the students have been working on over the last 3 weeks. All right, so if they are connected, just move them a bit so that we could. Don't go too far. All right, thanks. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so yes, you could give them a round of applause. All right, so as I've said before, so these are just one of the various wonders that this class of 28 children, I would say, have been working on for the past 3 weeks. And just to give a bit of remarks, so when I was approached by the NTRC to instruct the program for the grammar school this year, it was a bit not sure what to expect. However, out of my mere eagerness to want to pass on whatever knowledge I have in regards to STEM, I came on board to do so. And I want to say that these 28 children, that they are some of the most creative minds. They have, some of the most interesting concepts that you would see as just students. And of course, notwithstanding that, as you go along, there are going to be, certain things that you may not pick up on. And they are the ones, they would be like, hey, why not let me incorporate, my own little ingenuity into the whole project and everything into it as well. And I just want to say thanks to them as well as, giving me this opportunity to allow me to be their instructor, to have the ability to pass on these knowledge and skills to them. And it has been a truly remarkable 3 weeks. And every step of it, every single class, every single 9 to 3 session that we've had so far, I have not regretted it. In fact, this was probably the most, fun 3 weeks that I've had over the past, this year. All right, so I just want to say as well that as you go on further from here, from the myApp summer program, that there are going to be a lot more opportunities for you in the field as well. And just giving you some that I would have gone along as well, because I too was a beneficiary of the myApp summer program in 2017 when it was held in Union Island that year. My instructor in the back there, Mr. Siren Cyrus. Yeah. So there are going to be other opportunities. I would have spoken to you guys about the first global competition. St. Vincent and the Grenadines has a national team for that, in which, you know, the country would develop robots and go on the international field and develop in that regard. And as we go along in the years, we would like to see, you know, a lot more persons come on board, sponsors, partners, and so forth, so that we can achieve a lot more in that regard. In fact, last year in Switzerland, we would have placed 80th out of 204 countries that would have participated that year. So I want to say that here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that STEM technology and, you know, having that mindset towards, you know, being creative in that particular field, that we as Vincentians, we have a lot of potential in that regard. And you have shown that to me, and I have, you know, confidence that you will take the skills that you have learned over these past 3 weeks and apply them as you go along in your academic future and as you go along for the years to come. So I just want to say thank you as well, and thank you for, you know, giving me the opportunity to be your instructor for this year. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Jaliso. At this time, I will now welcome the CEO of SVG Sport Authority, Mr. Carl James, to give some brief remarks.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to recognize Mr. Apollonize, Director of the NTRC. I'm a representative of the different sponsors, the Deputy Headmistress of St. Vincent and the Grenadines Boys Grammar School, my alma mater, Mrs. Oliver, parents, participants, good afternoon. Let me start by saying that the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Port Authority is very proud and enthusiastic to be a part of this I-Code Summer Program. We take seriously as part of our corporate social responsibility the development of the youth. And when we look at the I-Code Summer Program and what I see has been developed, it says to me that we are developing the capacities locally for us to address a lot of the issues that even we ourselves may encounter at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Port Authority. So what I'd like to say to the participants is, what's next? Where do you go from here, and how do you intend to build on what you learned? How do you plan to use what you learned? The NTRC, the facilitators, the sponsors invested time, financial resources in trying to enhance you. And I'm not saying this is it, I'm just saying that we are proud to do it, but we are expending an effort. And if you like this field and you want to take this field seriously, you have to do likewise. You have to invest time, you have to invest effort in yourself to build on what you would have learned and enhance your capacities, right? Now, you might be saying, well, you know, we come here, we learn to do a little bit of coding, we program two robots, you know, and we go home, we have some fun, we program up some little toys and play the fool, right? But the skill that you're learning is a skill for the future. This is unlike most other skills that you would learn. It's a skill that would enable you to be independent. So, from what you would have learned and what you could expand on. You have a lot of opportunities ahead of you. You could continue in this field, develop your skill, and choose to go the route and find a job with someone. Your next opportunity is for you to go out on your own and start a business. Sell your skills to people. You don't have to go out and look for a job and beg for this because you have skills, you're marketable. Sell yourself, become self-employed, employ other people, build the economy, build the country. Thirdly, you could look at inventing something. I mean, you're doing programming, you're doing robotics. I mean, Facebook was somebody who just invented something in a dorm room and decided to expand on it. So, if you intend to take it seriously, just know that there are a lot of opportunities out there for you. I mean, as you go forward, you'd probably want to learn a lot more things about business and patenting and protecting your ideas. But what I'm saying to you is, if you take this seriously, there is a future, a bright future in it for you. The skills that you learn could be applied to almost anything around. If you look at, let me say, the Port Authority, we have all these big machines lifting containers, doing this, doing all these other different things. Programming is involved in every function. For them to happen, to put in the limits, to put in the controls, to put in all the protection, programming is in it. In VINLEC, programming is in it. I mean, power generation, right now programming is there working along with electrical engineering, with electronics, with mechanical engineering, now into the age of mechatronics, fourth industrial revolution. So you're right in the middle of it, and you're developing the skills that we are going to need in the future to continue to build this country and, by extension, the world at large. The other thing I'd encourage you to pay attention to is where this industry is evolving to. So you might say, okay, I learn this programming, coding, and you always have to be aware that things are always changing. While the principles might remain the same, in 5 years, the programming language you learn now might be one that is being phased out. So you always have to stay connected, stay ahead of the game, and learn and understand what is coming so you could always prepare yourself for the future and be prepared, be abreast of it. What I also say to you is build a network. A lot of persons take this thing for granted, but you might just be home or at work or somewhere fighting to try to fix something by your own because you want to be Superman, you want to be independent. You have to recognize the value of teamwork and having a network, having resource persons that you could call on, get advice, get support. You just might find that you might be able to solve a problem in 1 week that you might spend 2 years trying to fix on your own. So build your network, stay ahead of the game, look for opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities in this for you, and I'd like to see a lot of you taking advantage of it. Last but not least, I'd like to say to you, best wishes in the future and every success in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. James. At this time, I will now welcome another of our sponsor, Mr. Akil Matthews. He is the Digital Services Executive of Digicel.
Mr. Apollo Knights, Director of NTRC, Mr. Carl James, CEO, SVG Port Authority, Ambassador of the Republic of China to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Fiona Fan, specially invited guests, participants, other staff members of NTRC. Good afternoon. Digicel SVG is elated to partner with the NTRC to yet again facilitate the Summer Coding and Application Development Initiative known as the myApp program, geared towards building applications using intricate coding and design software. Welcome, Ambassador Fan. We are fortunate to be part of this process, which brings awareness to and highlights the importance of enhancing the technological skills of the younger generation and bridging the digital divide. Additionally, We welcome any opportunity to provide our citizens with the chance to develop skills which are necessary for the 21st century. Over the last year, our company has done significant work to promote educational development and civic awareness. We have partnered with a number of communities and organizations to promote literacy, sports, cultural development, upward social mobility initiatives, along with other programs which have contributed immensely to supporting and uplifting the nation's youth. We are a company that truly believes that when our people advance, so do we. Together, we become bigger and better. To that end, I would like to say congratulations to all participants for successfully completing this year's program, and I am sure that many career paths can be forged with the knowledge you received. In addition to the branded items that you would receive today, each of you would be gifted with a new digital Prime Ultra plan that offers endless data for WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram, endless local calls, data for entertainment apps like Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, and Netflix, plus data to do whatever you wish. Accordingly, we reaffirm our commitment to advancing the development of our nation's youths through initiatives like this one put on by the NTRC. In return, we merely require that you, the participants, make the best use of the opportunities available to you in order to build yourselves and our nation. We believe that we can create a future which we will aspire to be a part of. Let's do the work together. Therefore, so we can both grow bigger and better together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Matthews, and I will now take this time once again to welcome the Ambassador of Republic of China, Taiwan to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Her Excellency Fiona Fan.
Thank you. Director of the NTRC, Mr. Apollo Nice. CEO of Port Authority, Mr. Carl James. Digital Service Executive of Digicel, Mr. Akel Matthews, who just delivered a very impressive address. Principal is not here. Ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, the student of myApp summer camp, good afternoon. I would like to congratulate each and every one of you who have successfully completed the training course of coding and technology for the summer program. Today marks a momentous occasion for me, as this is my first time to be here at the St. Vincent Grammar School and attend a meaningful summer program in the first month of my arrival. I'm very pleased to be posted in this breathtakingly beautiful country. Secondly, just in this week, our two countries celebrated the 42nd anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between the Republic of China, Taiwan, with St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I want to ask, anybody here in this room was born before 1981, except for myself? And you? Yes, we have been faithful friends since 1981. Over the past 42 years, Taiwan has collectively worked very closely with the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in many fields, including agriculture, public health, construction, and most importantly, education is an important pillar. As you may already aware, Taiwan stands as a global powerhouse in advanced ICT manufacturing, leading the way in high-end semiconductor fabrication, which commands an impressive 90% share of the global market. Upon the completion of your training course, you may also learn that in a mobile phone, you need approximately 150 unique components, and some of the most crucial ones, such as core processors, 5G modems, Wi-Fi chips, and the premium camera lenses are manufactured in Taiwan. The significance of Taiwan's contributions extends beyond semiconductors, encompassing a wide range of valuable components. So what do you think of the power that drives Taiwan's chip industry? The answer is that skill-based, talented, that can build a stronger workforce. And a curious mind, I see that every and each one of you have in your eyes. Considering the importance of education, the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, has provided the bursaries for around 11,000 students since 1998, ranging from primary, secondary, and tertiary education, covering schools from Windward side to Leeward side of St. Vincent and Grenadines Island as well. As of today, thousands of students participated in this program. Moreover, since 2004, we started to provide the scholarship program for Vincent students to study bachelor, master, and doctor degree in Taiwan. And this year, we reached a record height of 33 scholarship recipients from Vincent to Taiwan. So far, we have a total of 270 exceptional individuals to be awarded with this prestigious opportunity. And some of them are going to depart this week for this year's batch. So today, I would like to encourage you to continue studying hard and keep up the good work. In the future, if you are determined to pursue a higher degree in Taiwan, please do apply for the Taiwan scholarship. I also look forward to strengthening the education and technical cooperation with St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the years to come. Finally, I wish you continued success in study and a good remainder of your summer vacation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador Fan. At this time, the moment the students were all waiting for, I will now welcome the valedictorian of the NTRC's 2023 myApp Summer Program, Mr. Aaron McDowell.
With the protocol already have been established, good afternoon, everyone. When the summer began, I never thought I would have this much fun and learn at the same time. My main goal was to relax and also practice some schoolwork, but when I heard about the myApp Summer Program, I decided to register. Throughout my childhood, coding was not really my thing. Every time I thought about it, my brain started to hurt. That was until I was lucky to be admitted to this NTRC myApp Summer Program. During the first week of the program, we did a lot of fun exercises to learn the basics of coding. Then we started coding using coding blocks on the microbit platform and placed these codes in a mini computer called a microbit. With this newfound knowledge, during the second and third week, we were able to build and program our LEGO Mindstorm robots, such as Gilo, MVP, Tricky, etc., to perform several moves, such as picking up things, shooting a target, and even have one of the robots show off a little dance move. In the end, we learned a great deal about coding, and I would like to encourage other students to join the program next year, as they would have nothing to lose during their summer vacation, but to gain knowledge like I did over the past 3 weeks. On behalf of the 27 other participants, I would like to thank the NTRC and all sponsors for this opportunity in this year's myApp summer program for their contributions thus far. It was a great experience, especially on the field trip visiting the control tower, AIA, and the ECGC factory, which was my favorite part about the tour. The lunch being provided each day and engaging with other peers and tutors was a great experience. As mentioned, my name is Aaron MacDonald, and I am honored for this opportunity of being the valedictorian for NTRC's 2023 myApp Summer Program. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McDonald. At this time, I will now welcome the Director of the NTRC, Mr. Apollonize, to give his feature address.
Madam Ambassador, fan, and our sponsors, Mr. James, Digicel, those others present. Students, it's great to be here. Parents, and my NTRC's team, without which we won't be here having this event today. So let's see if we get the iPad up and running. They have me listed to a feature address, but don't get worried, I won't be here long. So Sheldon, when it's 10 minutes, if I reach that far, just wave, tell me it's 10 to stop, okay? All right. All right. I'm going to start by asking 2 questions. And I don't want any answers until you hear the 2 questions, right? This is for the students. So I'm going to ask first, which one of you choose to attend the program? Like, you want to come to the program? That's the first question. And the second question will be, those who were forced to come, the parents told them they had to come, right? So the first question, let me see a show of hands, those who wanted to come to the program. Right, that's good. I want the truthful answers, eh? Yeah, okay, gee, boy. Right, and then let's see those who are forced to come. Let's see. Right, and I have a third question, a follow-up one. Those who are forced to come, were you happy you came? You changed your mind? Let me see if any. Show your hands. Oh, right, that's good. Right, so the takeaway from that is that sometimes we need to do things that we don't want to do, especially when someone who has the best interest in heart is advising to do that. Right? So in the future, someone who loves you a lot, I want to give us a good advice, try things that they're telling you to try, and then it might be helpful going forward. Okay? All right. So this event is about skills, robotics, coding, which is all good. And Mr. James from the port mentioned that as well. And these, like grammar school, they teach you skills here. What I would call mostly hard skills, right? Coding and so forth, which it's all good. If you want to be successful in life and achieve what you want to achieve, you need skills, especially these days, right? And relevant skills, right? But it's not the only thing we need to be successful, right? We also need what we call soft skills. So this is what I want to get over to you guys today, especially the students. The importance of soft skills, what I call soft skills. You might want to ask, what are soft skills, right? Soft skills is something like hard to measure. Like, for example, coding, you can have a class in coding, robotics, they give you a grade. Maybe maths, English, they grade you. You see CSEC results. You get grades. 90% is good, 80% is good. Soft skills are hard to measure. Right? And these is what I call, for example, integrity, honesty, accountability, being innovative, which you need to create these robots. which the instructor said, you guys are very creative. It's hard to measure creativity, right? It's very hard to do, but it's very important if you want to build good apps, good robots, a lot of things in the world today, right? And someone's like service-minded, ambitious, trust. Those are what I call soft skills attributes. They're very hard to measure, right? And it's more because they're more spiritual in nature. They are things within you. And they are things that don't change over time. As Mr. James also mentioned, a lot of things change. So the coding language you use today, which is Python, maybe Java, in a few years' time, it will not exist no more. You need new coding languages. In my time in college, we had Pascal, Fortran, and C, right? Which I'm sure none of you guys heard of those things, but that's what you code with back then, right? So those hard skills change over time, and new stuff comes. So back in 1981, when Ambassador Fan said we set up relations with Taiwan, they were coding back then, not maybe at the level we are today, and robotics again might not be at the level we are today. So those things have changed over that time, right? But these soft skills I mentioned has been around for thousands of years. They don't change, right? So trust, accountability, ambitious, innovative are things that don't change, right? And these are the things that you need to keep as you go forward. Most of you persons that believe in secondary school, maybe somewhere in community college, and soon you'll be looking for a job. And some persons think if you have 10 ones, you're guaranteed a job. I wish to tell you that's not the case. So I interview people all the time for jobs, and sometimes I do not choose those with 10 ones. I will choose some with 7 ones, or 6 ones, and 4 Bs, right? Or 4 twos, right? So the reason again being, we want to choose persons that are the best fit for the organization that we run it. So like for the NTRC, I want to choose the best person to make sure the NTRC does it work the best. And I could hire somebody with 10 ones, but they might have very low levels of these attributes I reference to, those soft skills, right? So, and if you don't have these good soft skills, you won't be able to produce good work, get along in a teamwork. I think someone mentioned again the importance of teamwork, collaboration, right? So, the soft skills is very important. So I'll give you another closing example of this. Next week on Tuesday, I think we have an interview at the NTRC. We're going to choose a new position, a new person for existing position, very senior position. We already shortlisted those that are going to interview for that level. We have 3 persons left to interview. We started with 10, we're down to 3. And how do we choose the one out of the 3? It will not be on hard skills. They all have the hard skills, right? It's going to be done on soft skills, right? So we have to choose the best one with these things: innovative, service-minded, want to help others, work good with others at the NTRC. So you have to find those things. Again, it's very hard to measure. It's not on the resume. So you have to do different things to get at it, right? So closing that, 10 minutes now, still very good? All right, so that's enough. I'll get that point over there. All right, so I just want to, again, confirm the importance of the soft skills, and also I want to mention, maybe since I have extra time, one of the issues is for you to be continuous learning all the time. So even when you finish CSEC, community college, you get a degree, you need to be always learning. And the best way to do that is take short courses. 1 month, 2 months, they're online, not very expensive, but they give you the latest skill sets that you need. Those be hard skills, but I say you always need the hard skills. So you have to continue doing it even when you're working. And with those hard skills and soft skills, you'll be good to go. So thank you. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. So you hear that, students, when you're applying to the NTRC, make sure put on your resume that you are a part of the NTRC's myApp Summer program. At this time, the valedictorian will now be awarded with a laptop, complements the NTRC, and I will like to welcome Ambassador Fan to hand over the laptop to him. Thank you. At this time, we will distribute the certificates to the students. I would like to welcome Mr. Knight to assist me with this. Akeem McDowell. Aaron McDonald. Adrian Jocelyn. Alina Gilbert. Amori Brown. Ashanta Andrews. Calmaine Allen. Christopher Games. Denise Batiste. Darielle Constance. Naima McLean. Bradley Alexander. Isaiah Tony. J.R. Patrick, Jarrell Charles, Micah Glasgow, Jonathan Wood, Joren John, Joshua Cyrus, Kazwan Joseph, Cornelia Pierre, Ashawn Phillips, Kyla May, Reith Williams, Rylan Jack, Shaquem Williams, Zephron Knight, Thank you, Mr. Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Class of 2023's myApp Summer Program. At this time, I would like to give thanks to our sponsors, Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Embassy of the ROC Taiwan, Flow, St. Vincent and the Grenadines Port Authority, Digicel, CK Graves, Massey Stores, Knights Training, Bunny Supermarket Number 1, and Open Integration. We could have not done this without you. I would also like to thank the CEO of Port Authority, Mr. Carl James, the Digital Service Executive from Digicel, Mr. Akil Matthews, the Ambassador of Republic of China, Her Excellency Fiona Fan, our valedictorian, staff of the NTRC, parents, students, and everyone who have contributed to this program. Thank you for being here.